Who is that masked man underneath the... Should I count to 1 million? Okay, 1 million. Good afternoon. Everybody having a good Namm show? Yeah, I know you came here just to party. I know you guys. Anyway, yes, what Carson was telling you was true. When I was very young, I used to scan my mother's Sears catalog for any pages that had photos of guitars or amplifiers. Because when you're a kid and you see that stuff, you just go crazy. And I came across this Carvin catalog, and at the time, I mean, I don't know what, I was maybe 14, 13. They made the best catalogs. They used these big green lawns and they filled them up with amplifiers and PAs, and I used to say it was better than porn. And I never thought that one day I'd actually have an opportunity to work with a company like this, but I used to, you know, fetish these magazines that they sent out. And when I moved out to California, my first gig was with Frank Zappa. And Frank was working with Carvin at the time. And I, you know, developed a communication with them, and I remember when they had given me my first stack, my first real stack, because when you're a kid, you just dream about having an amplifier stack. And I got this X100B amp, and I just would look at it for about a week before I even plugged it in, you know, it was a real stack. But one thing led to another, and one of the things I've always admired about this company is it's very family-run, very boutique. They're capable of making very high-quality equipment at a very affordable price, simply because you know the distribution process. There's a middleman is cut out, and they do a lot of direct sales. So that, through the years, a musician trying to find their voice on an instrument, you know, is set with certain challenges. I was very fortunate because I didn't have a lot of those challenges, because anything I wanted to do with equipment was, you know, people were willing to, you know, fabricate stuff for me because I was still by. So in any event, when the time came for me to choose an amp, I was very fortunate because the guys at Carvin were very willing to go through my whole, you know, neurotic process of finding just the right tone. And great engineers down there. We worked very hard for about 1.5 years maybe on the first Legacy amp to find that tone. Now, a tone for a musician, you know, technically the tone is in your head, but to have an amplifier sound, and, you know, specifically the way you want it, by tweaking diodes and all the, you know, guts of a piece of equipment, it's a process, but it's great because I found the tone that works best for me. I'm a rock musician, not entirely a metal musician, not entirely a, you know, clean-cut kind of a guy, but so I was able to find this tone in this amplifier, and it was just like, when I got this amp and it had hit the mark, every day was like Christmas. The amp has such a smooth, fat, rich tone, you know, it's got nice compression on the bottom end. We all like compression on the bottom end. And the first amp, you know, my music may be considered very complex, but in reality, I like things very simple. And this is a very simple amp. I don't understand all the knobs and stuff that are on a lot of amps. Plus, when you take a signal and you start putting it through all these various stages, it degrades the signal. And I'm all about trying to keep the signal as pure and as clean as possible. So the first Legacy was you plug in, you have a volume, you have a tone, very simple, and one master volume. So the Legacy 2, we thought, let's add another channel. And it's not necessarily a full channel, because remember, the more stuff you pack into an amp, the more degrading the sound. So what we did was we put a boost stage on the clean channel. So that takes this clean channel and all of the other specifications that Carson was telling you that I'm a little, you know, I don't speak that language quite as well. But there's definitely, you know, a more robust clean channel, and then the boost brings it to another level. And it is very simple, really. You got a volume, bass, mid, treble. You plug in, you turn it up, and you go. Now, one of the things that I really like most about this amp that I tried to find in amplifiers throughout the years and could never find is a proper master volume control. And what that means is, you know, like when you're playing and you got to turn it up really loud to get the tone you like, but then when you turn the volume down, you lose all your saturation. Well, this, you can actually set your tone and get the right amount of distortion that you like and the right amount of everything. And then when you bring the volume down, you're only bringing the volume and you're not changing the amount of saturation or distortion or anything, so you can actually play softer with the same tone. You'd be surprised, you won't find that anyplace. And we worked very hard to make that a reality in this amp. And of course it looks suave and cool, just like my shirt. And I am very thrilled to have it here. I'm very thrilled that you guys showed up to see it. And I am very fortunate to have Carvin, you know, to be a part of their family and a part of their team for so long. And you know, I'm wishing for the best for us and all you guys and for everybody here into the future. But here is the new amp. We're very happy with it. And thank you very much. And thank you, Carvin. Oh, one other thing I did want to mention, yes, Ben Fargan is an independent builder, and he you know, builds independent amps, and we scoured the globe for guys that could really, you know, besides the Carvin team, who could work together to find just a little bit of spice from another, you know, from another planet. And we found it in Ben, so I wanted to do a shout out to him. Thank you very much.
Just on an ending note here, delivery, we're expecting shipment, probably delivery at the end of February, Steve. I think that's what we're aiming for. So we want to get this product, well, you'll get yours first, guaranteed. Thanks, guys.
Hello. Ciao. Mio amico, amiche.
Accordo.it.
Yes. Hello to Italy. I'm very looking forward to coming to Italy and doing masterclasses, the Alien Guitar Secrets, in April. So I love your passion and I can't wait to be there. God bless you. Ciao.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.